All right, we're back with a difficult game about climbing. Someone said, "NL, what's your essential fall movie?" I don't watch movies. I read books, by the way. Hold. And I've been waiting for September 21st to come around because I'm like 50 pages from the end of The Fall by Camus. But I feel like I can't finish the book in summer. It just doesn't feel like the vibe is right. Like, the book is not called The Summer, so... W book. I like a book with one character. Makes it easy to... It's like Moby Dick, man. It's like, that's the captain. But then, like, you know what? It's a bad example. Because, like, right at the start of the book, he's like, call me Ishmael. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm gonna call you Moby. It's on the front. Dude doesn't even know what he has no idea what he's talking about. Hold. Doesn't make any damn sense is what I'm trying to say. You gotta admit this is crazy. Like, we're so back. I actually feel... Hold on. Whoop. I feel like I'm the guy. Like, I'm climbing so fluidly. This is where things get a little tough. That's alright. We'll do it again. Hold. Whoa! Justin, you ever see the video of the Canadian guy who blows up a wasp's nest on his house with a PVC pipe pointed at the wasp's nest? Straight shot. I think so. We watched it a little bit at the start of the stream today. It might be one of the funniest Dudes Rock videos ever made. Just gonna fucking go for it. Hold. Okay, this is what it's all about. Now, things are gonna get tougher. Ooh, child, things are gonna get more difficult. Remember that, Guardians of the Galaxy? Ooh, child, things are gonna get worse. This is where they get more difficult. It's a dance-off, bro. Remember that? You grab the bottom of the pipe. And then it's like a one swing. Oh, I need a max win, bro. Who would have thought right at the start of the stream today? New PB, man. That's alright. Easy come, easy go. That's what these games are about, man. Not gonna beat the game on your first try. They would call it an easy game about climbing if you could do that. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. I deserve to go back in the loam for that one. Thoughts on Justin rating Ahead by a Century a D? I can't begrudge him because, I mean, the Tragically Hip is Canadian, man. Like, it's not my favorite Tragically Hip song. It's a little too melancholy. But I don't expect an American necessarily to be like, whoa, this song rules. They have a certain sort of like Lanark County quality to them. Also, not to suggest that the band rating lists or song rating lists are necessarily not rigorous forms of criticism, but it is kind of insane to be like, we'll listen to 1 minute of this song and then rate it. Like, there's gonna be some false positives and there's gonna be some false negatives. It happens. Like, if you listen to the first minute of What Would I Want, Sky or something like that, you'd be like, it's not even a song, man. You just keep saying like My Disease or whatever over and over. Hasn't even gotten to the part where like a fly on the river really can't make a change or whatever. I scan halfway through the song too. Now I've got a good tip for you. Maybe just have Grok summarize the song next time and tell you whether or not it's good. Nah, I'm playing. Could be fun though. Could be fun. Has anyone ever asked Grok what its favorite song is? Probably gonna be some shit like, what does the fox say? I know some of you guys are hiding in here with fucking Twitter Blue subscriptions. Go ask XAI Grok what its favorite song is. What does the Grok say? Hold. Ah! That was huge. 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 You don't need Twitter Blue to use Grok? Yeah, but you need to be the type of person who would pay for Twitter to still be on Twitter, even for free these days, so. It said the U.S. national anthem. That's virtue signaling. But actually kind of a heater of a national anthem. I'm not saying you have to stand up for the anthem. I'm just saying that in the scheme, in the whole scope of national anthems, it's pretty good. People are going to do their thing. Here it comes. They're going to name one national anthem that obviously clears it, the Soviet national anthem. And then they're going to... It's not that good. There's literally one out of 200 countries that clear it easily. I'll tell you, I'm from Canada. Oh, Canada is way worse than the Star Spangled Banner. Doesn't Oh Canada clear it? No, man. Oh Canada is like... It's maybe like a C national anthem. It's fine. Oh Canada clears? I don't think you're thinking clearly. I think you've let your thoughts get clouded. Oh Canada clears America's anthem by a mile? I don't know. So like, unlike you, no offense, Justin, unlike you, I have to hear both of them a lot. I don't just hear like, oh Canada, after my team loses the gold medal game at the Winter Olympics every year. So I got a lot of experience with both of them. And unlike me, you love America and its politics. Well, that being said, hold. We already knew that, okay? Can we trade? I would happily trade anthems, but like, neither of them really makes sense about the other country. Like, ours has Canada in the title, and then, like, the Canadian flag does not have broad stripes or bright stars. It's got a leaf on it. The Soviet anthem clears both? That's one anthem, though. That's one anthem. I'm not even debating that. Like, you're saying burritos aren't good because, like, pizza's better. And now, hopefully, you realize how insane the suggestion is. You can have both. Oh, we got a hand on it, too. The Italian one is goated. I don't watch professional cycling, so to be honest with you, I'm not sure I've ever heard the Italian anthem. If they want me to know their anthem, they should win some sports in the Winter Olympics. Tennis? No, Yannick Sinner's the devil. I'm going to parlay my lottery jackpot into shorting the guy who's playing Yannick Sinner in the semifinals. Who is it? Felix Olger Aliassam? I'm sorry, buddy. I know that I would love to see you win, man, because you're Canadian and you're on the ups. I just don't see it happening, man. I just don't see it happening. I feel like Yannick Sinner is gonna emotionlessly take him out. Probably like, I'm gonna say it goes 6-4, 6-2, 6-2, and Yannick Sinner is like not even gonna break a sweat. Like, he might not even put on workout shoes, man. He might still wear his damn loafers for the game. He's gonna be wearing jeans. Yo, me if I was lying. When you're hooping and an unk shows up at the court in jeans, nah, man. Time for me to go home. I don't want to get ego checked. That was a huge swing. Imagine if he wins, though. What? It would go so hard if Alcaraz, because he's already got the cut. Imagine if he showed up to the US Open Finals wearing jean shorts. Can you imagine? That went like past the knee. God, that would be sick. Kevin Smith style. Kevin Smith style. Denim armor. Full set. Oh, that scammed. Oh. Justin, what do you think is the funniest color of underwear that a man can be caught wearing? Like, not wear, but be caught wearing. Like his pants fall down or something like that. I gotta say, there's something about it. I think this is gonna be bad. Oh, yeah, actually, you're right. I was gonna say maroon. Something about like maroon underwear on a guy is very funny to me. But you're absolutely right. Like beige underwear would be really funny. Like a dude's pants falling down and he's got on like beige underwear. he's wearing Skims, exactly. He's wearing Skims. Shirts versus Skims, is this anything? Game blouses? Why is it every time I turn on your stream, you're still bald? Hey, quick question for you. Are you from Poland? And I know it sounds like that, like shots fired out of nowhere. But like, I found just from going through the unban requests that like, broadly speaking, people from Poland are like uniquely obsessed with my baldness. It's not to say that if you're obsessed with my baldness, you're like 50% likely to be Polish. But you're not like, if Polish people are like 1.5% of the world's population, they're like 10x overrepresented in the comments about baldness. And I don't know why. It's just something I've observed, I guess. I'm not Polish, but thanks for reading my message. No, I read the message. No, I lost, dude. I mean, like, I'm reading passively all the time. I can't stop reading. If you type something, I can't not read it. By the time my eyes have made contact with the words, that shit's already being said out loud in my head. I spent nothing and gained everything. This isn't like, you know, a journalist career in 1971. Where you get, you know, you pay by the word or something like that. This is like a journalist career in 2025. It's like, it's basically free. Look, I can't stop reading it. Insane. Look at that, I just backflipped on you. Any other fashion advice? I'm going to Nordstrom Rack today. Heavy plaid shirt. This is fucked up, but yesterday My daughter went to her room and put on a plaid shirt, and she was like, I'm a little cold, which is insane because it was like 30 degrees Celsius, but she's, you know, she's off the pen sometimes. And I looked at my 4-year-old daughter and I said, damn, I gotta get a heavy plaid shirt for the fall. I was stealing my daughter's fit, man. But I don't know, she had that shit on. What do you want me to say? She's iced out. She's got tons of jewelry, man. Little plastic rings with like cobs of corn on them and stuff like that. That wasn't even... We generated 0 momentum. Gonna be camo fall. Could be the vibe, Justin. Could be the play, camo fall. I'm embracing fall this year. I feel like previously I've only like tolerated fall, and I've wasted fall worrying about winter. This year, summer can suck me, and I'm so ready for it to be over. I'm gonna be embracing the fuck out of fall, and I'll tolerate winter, because there's very little to like about. The only thing to like about winter in Vancouver is like you can be smug about the weather. The weather still sucks, but you can be like, at least we don't live anywhere else in the country, but like it's still just not great. Hold. We're getting good at that, man. Are there sunny days in the winter in Vancouver? Yeah, but I mean, for how long? Like 30 seconds between sunrise and sunset? You should be able to wear a helmet when you play this game that transmits the sensations your character would be feeling onto your own brain. Justin, if you're on the fence, don't play Silksong. This is my 2 cents, okay? If you are playing Silksong, and you want to, I don't hate you. You've waited a long time for Silksong. You should play it. And if you're a streamer, you should stream it, because you're going to stream what you're playing. If you are just like, maybe I'll check it out, the finger I want to put on the scale is don't. Because I think, I feel like it's not a good streaming game. What happens, I was talking about this with Dan, and I'm just one guy. I'm not saying I'm an authoritative source on this. But Dan was asking me about Silksong, and I said, you know the play. You know the play, Dan. Everybody clears their schedule. Big new game comes out. They all stream the same thing. They eat each other's viewership because they're all streaming exactly the same thing. And then your ass on day one was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna 100% it. I'm definitely gonna do all the DLC. I'm definitely gonna do all the optional challenges and stuff like that. And now, stream 2 of Silksong, you're at 60% of your average viewership, and you're like, fuck, I'm really gonna be playing this thing until November? That's rough, man. That's rough. I've done it myself. I've been there. Now, I'm not ignoring Silksong for analytics reasons. I'm ignoring it just because, like, it's not really my vibe. That's why I'm saying if you're a big Hollow Knight head, you should play it. I mean, Lord knows if there's a genre I love that came out with a game I've been waiting like a decade for, I'd be playing it. Regardless if everybody else is playing it. But if you're on the fence, I'm putting my finger on the side of no. That's just my 2 cents. Why are you being reasonable? Just comes naturally to a fella like me. That was kind of sick. Said the guy who said Steve Carell isn't in any good movies. I didn't say he's not in any good movies. I said he's squandered a lot of goodwill recently. His first 10 years of his cinematic career, he's got lots of classics. But he's been doing a little too much Adam McKay stuff. He's been doing a little bit too much Blue Sky stuff. And what was the movie that I gave a 1 star on Letterboxd? That was from the creator of Succession. That was Mountainhead. Yes, Mountainhead. Mountainhead for me was like, you popped your bubble shield, Steve. You popped it. And you know what? I've seen, I mean, The Big Short, amazing movie. 40-Year-Old Virgin, even better. Mountainhead popped the 2 spirit hearts that that he earned off of those. Bad? Little Miss Sunshine? Okay, no, you're right. He's got another spirit. He's got another spirit heart. Because Little Miss Sunshine is a guaranteed 5. You got me on that one. Foxcatcher? Foxcatcher's good. It doesn't give him any hearts though. He's an actor. He's supposed to be good in good movies. Like, I'm not going to give him any extra. What, he gets like a tip for that? I don't think so. Plus, he's in Evan Almighty. Exactly, man. So's John Goodman, though. John Goodman's the other one. And I like John Goodman, but he's been in a lot of trash. He's always, like, the best part of the trash. Fuck you, man. Favorite actor that's mostly in trash? There's a lot. Hit me with some suggestions. Favorite actor that's mostly in trash? Nick Cage? I don't know. I mean, he is... It's kind of like it's too played out to be like a real answer. But like Nick Cage is the best part of bad movies rhetoric is already... It's so played out, though. Oops. Daniel Day-Lewis, that's the one. I'm always like, damn, this guy's such a good actor. Why is he doing such bad movies, man? Bro, your wife is poisoning you. Stop drinking the tea. What are you talking about, Saoirse Ronan, bro? The worst movie Saoirse Ronan has been in is My Old Ass. And she's literally just like in a collage. She is a 3D person, doesn't even appear in the movie. Every other movie that Saoirse Ronan has done is awesome. Fuck you. Lady Bird was a scam. It's literally one of the best movies of the 21st century. It's a top 25 movie of the 21st century. Bryan Cranston's a good one. He is in a lot of not awesome movies. On the other hand, he's also in Little Miss Sunshine. Lady Bird's only good if you're 17. Wrong. I saw it when I was like 35 and I loved it because I'm an empath. I didn't know there were people out there who like pretend to like movies but don't like Lady Bird, man. That's crazy. Hold. Not to mention, when you insult Lady Bird, you're not just insulting me. You're not just insulting Greta Gerwig. You're not just insulting Saoirse Ronan. You're not just insulting Timothée Chalamet. You're insulting my fucking goat, Laurie Metcalf, you fucker. Explain yourself. Hold. Who? Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. It's an art house version of a CW show. So, like, is anyone going to criticize the movie, or are they just going to argue by analogy and be like, Lady Bird is basically like if you took Superbad and removed all the jokes. Can you tell me a single thing about the film instead of just saying it's actually... Lady Bird is a lot like something that would be bad if it existed. The state of film criticism on this website, man, it's insane. It's boring? It's not boring. I cried like 30 times. Superbad's better? Yeah, okay, it's the best movie of all time. We're back to the Soviet anthem discourse again. You cried to a Muppet Christmas Carol too? Yeah, Tiny Tim fucking died, bitch. Tiny Tim fucking died. And Miss Piggy is crying, and Kermit says, it's okay, children. Life is a series of meetings and partings. The fucking stoic-ass Sigma Kermit the Frog trying to pretend he's not sad that his fucking son died. I want to cry just talking about it, man. Tiny Tim was Kermit's son in that. 'Tis the season to be happy and jolly. You know, Justin, you've never seen Muppet Christmas Carol, but you were missing out, man. It's actually, like, that's my... It's not even my family's Christmas movie. It's my Christmas movie. I watch that shit, like, alone, by myself every Christmas. And bawl my fucking eyes out. National Lampoon's in this house? Well, you know what? Christmas is like 8 days long. You could fit in a second movie, okay? Bawled your eyes out? Hey, buddy. How's Warsaw? What time is it in Warsaw right now? It's got to be like 9 p.m., bro. What are you doing posting like that at 9 p.m.? Close? It's 8? Knew it, man. I knew it. Is there a time of day you won't make fun of someone for posting at? No, not really. Not really. You kind of caught me with that one. It's kind of, well, that's just because, like, you might think it's dishonest, but actually I think it's very honest. It's kind of embarrassing to post anything on the internet at any time. Like, I know people say, like, here's that attention you ordered, and it's supposed to be like an insult, but anybody posting anything online at any time, myself included, is just doing it for attention. So, like, what are we talking about? Oh. Brother, your job is posting? Yeah, that's why I said me included as part of that sentence. I've already vaccinated myself. I've inoculated myself with self-awareness. As a result, your virons can't get into my system. My immune system is fucking eating their shit right now. It's metal as fuck in this bitch. Huge. You're doing it for money, though? Well, partly. Because, like, people were like, if you win the lottery, which, honest to God, last night I thought was guaranteed. Especially when it took so long for the numbers to come out. I was like, this is the one. But they were like, are you going to still stream after you win the lottery? I appreciated the way they taught it. They talked as if it was a foregone conclusion. But I was like, I'll probably stream more. I mean, my kid doesn't have to go to school anymore if I win the lottery. I'll just put, like, 80% of that shit in the index fund. She can coast off that. She doesn't need to learn anything. I'll give her an iPad. She can watch that shit all day, man. I'll probably stream more. Oh. It's my work, he said. I do it for pay. But when it's over, I just as soon go on my way. Down to some paradise. You know what I'm talking about? You guys take it from the next part. Where the water's good and the air is nice. Ride a horse along the trail. Then they took him to a jail cell where they tried to turn a man into a mouse. What does he say? There's something like that. You'd kill it as a Bob Dylan cover singer. People don't even want to see him sing, man. So, like, I think this is kind of a dead industry. Bob Dylan cover band? To see, like, a not famous guy who can't sing very well. Okay, hold. Hold. Okay, hold. Hold. Might be better than his recent concerts. He's literally the GOAT. He can do whatever he wants. Sorry to say. I know people are like, I went and saw Bob Dylan and nobody knows what the song is until halfway through. He never plays any of the old songs. He only plays the shit off of like the 2018 albums and shit like that. He's 100 years old, man. He did his time. I would probably be pissed off at audiences forever too after they tried to fucking kill me for playing an electric guitar one time and like changing the music industry forever. They were like, Woody Guthrie, kill him with an axe. Ed Norton with Tom Hanks's hair from Angels and Demons, kill him, use the axe to kill him. If he sings bad, why do you like him? Song's not all about singing, man. I got a guy for you, John Legend. If you like good singers, you'd really like John Legend, man. New PB? I'm the type of beast that doesn't want to work on Maggie's farm no more. He's beating this shit clean off. That's fucking funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. You can see his breath and everything. No way. It's never went that far. You hold. Anyway, what are we talking about? I don't need to keep a log of all the concerts I've ever been to. Because I know I said it yesterday, I think I've been to like 8 concerts in my whole life. Now, 3 of them are music festivals, and there were multiple concerts at them. But counting a music festival as like 20 concerts is like the guy who's like, oh, I've been to 100 countries. But like you find out like 80% of them, he was just at the airport connecting to like another country. But yeah, I haven't been to a whole lot of concerts. But it's, you know, I've seen some stuff I wanted. I saw Bob Dylan in concert. It pretty much sucked. Which is fine. I crossed it off the bucket list. Saw Modest Mouse in concert in Kingston. Also wasn't really that good. But I can't really blame them because they were famous and they were playing in Kingston, Ontario. I don't think they wanted to be there. But they had to get from Toronto to Montreal, so they said, you might as well stop. You might as well stop here. What era of Modest Mouse? It was like 2009, so it was like post We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank, but before the next album came out. They, to their credit, they did play a lot of old stuff, and they did not play Float On, which I thought was good. Even though I think Float On is a fine song. I was happy they didn't waste their time playing it. Okay. trying to think of what else. That's right. Definitely saw, I mean, I've seen a lot of, like, Canadian bands at concert at, like, Hillside Music Festival. I'm trying to think. Definitely Japan Droids. I was, like, extremely intoxicated for every single one of these, so you gotta bear with me. But, like, lots of bands that didn't, like, I was like, this band's gonna pop off next year, and then they, like, got real jobs and broke up. I have been to a Hatsune Miku concert, that's true. Like, I've seen the goats, man. Hold. 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 Who do you want to see? Nobody. Concerts start too late. Doors open at 8? Sorry. Eyes closed at 8:30. Nice try, buddy. You ever play a matinee? If we can ever get a Fugazi matinee going on within 30 minutes of my house, maybe I'll be there. I don't know. "10 a.m. concert would go hard." I'm telling you, there's a whole, like, it's not even an underbelly, because they're, like, the opposite of degens, you know? They're generates. But there's an overbelly of morning people that are not being served as well as they could be served. Electronics store that opens at 5:30 in the morning. I'm not going to say that it's going to surpass Best Buy in popularity. But it's a niche, man. It's a niche. 7 a.m. showtime for a movie would be so sick. Not for everybody. You're going to be like, I'm still sleeping. Okay, well, don't fucking go then. I'll be there. Fuck you. Guy who's vegan to avoid satisfying his wife? Dan, this is there's a whole arc to this. So I was in Dan's chat 3 hours ago, and he said, I've got a joke for you, but I'm going to wait to type it in your chat. So I've been waiting 3 hours for guy who's vegan to avoid satisfying his wife. It's not bad. It's not bad. I get it, by the way. Hold. There's something to it. Can I, then this is not fair to you. Here's how I would zhuzh it up a little bit. And it's different audiences. Here's how I would zhuzh it up. Guy who's so vegan he doesn't eat pussy. You get the viscerality of the word pussy at the very end of the word, which is like it hits like a puh, and then the fist snaps back like right away. It's like the hand speed is crazy. And then so vegan, as if vegan isn't like a Boolean condition, but rather has like a spectrum, which I found out it does, because every time I turn on Chibli's stream, he's talking about eating chicken nuggets for some reason. Hold. So that's how I would punch it up a little bit. The punchline isn't that, though. The punchline, he doesn't eat meat because his wife doesn't like going to the steakhouse. He doesn't eat... It's a guy who says he's vegan to avoid satisfying his wife because his wife doesn't go to the steakhouse. And then 2 pickles and a dog with its mouth open. All right. He's honestly, this might be like I'm going, what is he cooking? But maybe I'm on like I'm only halfway through the recipe, and it's all gonna come together like an art attack at the end. Oral sex is vegan, though? Not if she shoves a sausage up her snatch. Unless it's a Beyond sausage. I guess. I didn't think about that. Red or white Arby's sauce? Dan, I don't want to answer this question. I feel like it's got sexual undertones now because of the way you came into the chat. I guess I have to say, I don't know. I guess I'll say white. White Arby's sauce? I haven't been to Arby's since I was like 7 years old. All I know about them is they got the curlies, which I like. Yeah, okay, you're onto something. Plant-based pussy, you're onto something. Leftist vegan baddie in combat boots with a wolf cut, be like, she got that Beyond. It's too much. It's too. I tried to shove too much into it. Leftist vegan barista got that plant-based. I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. It's coming together. It's like there's a stew going here. I'm trying to do the adjective order thing. Like, is it leftist vegan? Or is it vegan leftist? Like, there's no doubt if it was a YouTube channel, it would be the vegan leftist. But I feel like if you had like someone in a newspaper, if you had their photo in a newspaper, you wouldn't be like Ophelia, vegan leftist. You would be like Ophelia. No, you would be like Ophelia, vegan leftist. You wouldn't say Ophelia, leftist vegan. That left something. That's a tough. You know what? We're probably saying it more often than anybody in history has ever said it, so we get to set the rules. You'll get it in the shower after the bike tomorrow? Is that a threat or a promise? Bob Barker was a vegan? Is he the first like verifiable case of a vegan Republican? No way, he might be. I get that he was old and rich. He might, I don't know. Anyone know? Someone ask Grok. Oh, right. That guy. I forgot about that guy. He wasn't vegan, he was vegetarian. Oh, okay. All right. He endorsed a Democrat for mayor in Florida? Yeah, but isn't that like when people used to call like Aaron Rodgers like the smartest football player? Like, I mean, a Democrat in Florida might... I don't know where I'm going with that, but you get the idea. Hold, hold, hold. Anyway. Whoa! Ooh. Is anti-robot sentiment tolerated in this chat? I don't really have a problem with robots. And I must admit, okay, and don't cut off my head before I finish saying what I'm going to say. I have problems with AI. Most of my problems with AI are actually problems with people that think it rules to be like, check out this horrible shit I made with AI. It's the AI itself is made by humans. And when someone goes like, it's mostly the hubris, like rage bait farming, where people are like, we won't even need writers anymore in 10 years because the robot will do the writing for it. So like that, I'm mostly mad at the person that's doing the posting, to be honest. Yeah, the humans are using the AI, man. Chat GPT ain't asking Grok anything. Robots, on the other hand, I support, and the reason I support them is because every once in a while they fall down and it's funny. There'll be like a video. Do you see that video of the dancing robot at the Chinese electronics show? That it's doing like a hip hop dance, and then it kind of like, I think something like passes in front of its vision and it short circuits its brain, and then it just falls over and like starts freaking out. And then nobody in China gave a fuck. They didn't even like, nobody went, oh my God, or like backed up like this thing might explode or something like that. They just stood there with the exact same expression, just watching the robot freak out. Yeah, oh, that's right. Its hat fell off its head in front of its eyes, and then it went, what the fuck? It's like they've seen this shit 1,000 times before, man. You seen the Chinese robot walking around with the Adam Sandler fit? Can I get a, librarian, do you know this one? Can I get a link to this? Chinese robot walking around with Adam Sandler's fit. So it's like a shirt, a large shirt and oversized gym, like basketball shorts. You haven't seen it? I haven't seen anything, man. You know what type of shit I'm following on social media right now? The Globe and Mail's reporting on whether Mark Carney can get Donald Trump to bring back the de minimis exception for cross-border shipments, man. I'm trying to send some PC parts, but I'm not gonna fucking send them if the person receiving them has to pay 34% on my old-ass PC parts, man. I gotta wait for the de minimis to come back. Then I can at least send the parts one at a time. Okay, let me see this. Let me see this. Copy the link address. Put this in Firefox so it doesn't screw up my algorithm. Robot test to make Adam Sandler real, number 42. That is the Adam Sandler fit, man. That's really good. That's really good. That's insane. I mean, sure, I'll show it, man. I'll show it. No, it doesn't show up. You just get like a little white border around the outside of a difficult game about climbing. Here we go. Ooh, light mode. I'm in DuckDuckGo, buddy. This is really good. It's really good, man. He got that shit on. Absolutely, he's got that shit on. What would you do if that ran at you? I'd probably be like, hey, I loved your movies. Bobby Boucher. That's Bobby Boucher right there. It's funny now, but it won't be. Robots are going to get better. What do you want me to do about it, man? Like, that's just... Worry once, it doesn't happen. Suffer for no reason. Never worry, doesn't happen, no suffering. That's simple. Hold. Simple as. I was looking at chat. I was looking at chat. Head first, man. I think I could be boys with the robot. I think I could chill with the robot. I have no quarrel with the robot itself. The creator of the robot, we might have some words, but the robot itself, I have no quarrel with. It didn't ask to be made. Insane? It's not insane. I'm trying to be careful with my verbiage here. If general artificial intelligence comes to fruition, and they put an intelligence that is essentially indistinguishable from a human being inside of a humanoid robot body, I could not feel good about extinguishing the life of that robot. Now, I'm flattering myself that because it was going to have like tungsten hands or something like that. That being said, the person who invented the artificial intelligence and placed it in the humanoid body is on site. You shouldn't have done that. But basically, an AI that's been placed inside of a humanoid body is like fighting a baby. That's a human being who had no, it's a being, not a human being, but a being that had no control over being born that is now here. And you want to pit me against my brother? I don't think so, man. That's not going to happen. Anyway. What if it's drinking and driving? Alright, a robot drinking and driving is really funny, though. I'm not an anti-natalist. Being alive is sweet, man. I'm just saying that, like, they didn't ask to be born, so, like, I wouldn't feel good about killing a robot that has a human-level intelligence. I would feel, I don't know if it's quite the same as murdering another human being, but it's like, it's close. It's close. Data's not sentient? Yeah, but we're just like data too, man. That's what's so interesting. And I mean, if you can't have a sense of humor about this stuff, you might be cooked. But you know that, like, it's so funny that basically we're just awesome at living on the Earth. Human beings are like crazy good at like being on planet Earth and living. If there is somebody watching the experiment of life on Earth, they would probably watch it like, oh shit, look at this. Whoa, look at, oh, there's all that water. Guess what, bitch? They turned into fucking fish. They're swimming in the water. They're taking advantage of, oh my God. And then one of them got out of the water. No, this is crazy, dude. And then they got to like us and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy shit, tools? Can they do that? What the fuck? Well, this is amazing, dude. We knocked it out of, and now we're so, what's on? What's on? What's on tonight? What's on? And they're like, what the fuck? It went so wrong, man. It went so wrong. But for us, it went right because we're the ones holding it. You know what I mean? Like on an individual level, it's sick. We turned the fucking experiment around on them. And they're out here, we made a machine that is, we made a biological entity that is so good at getting resources. It became the dominant species on the planet. Take a look at them. Making a fucking photoshopped image of a jar that says beanut putter or something like that in between jerk-off sessions. We fucking owned our creator. God is dead and we fucking killed him, and that's hilarious. I don't have any higher-minded ideals for what we're doing here. You could do whatever you want for the most part. You already did enough. Just by being yourself, you've done enough. Just by exercising a little bit of autonomy. That's why I hope that there's like a fucking space engineer out there keeping an eye on us. I hope he's got a sense of humor about this. It's not lost on a fella like me. Better not be the engineer from Prometheus then? Okay, first off, that's not my engineer. I don't believe that it's a suit of armor that he wears when he's piloting the ship. The engineer is supposed to look like a weird sea creature. So I'm not fucking with Ridley Scott on that one. Secondly, I have some sympathy for the big motherfucker who ripped off Michael Fassbender's head when he woke up. Because literally, the dude had been asleep for like 1,000 years. Imagine you were asleep for 1,000 years. Somebody woke you up and was like, what's the meaning of life? You'd be like, damn, bitch. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Chill. Relax, man. Like, can I have a half an hour maybe? Can I have a half an hour to go to the bathroom and have a cup of coffee or something? Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. My space coffee. Anyway. Anyone here from Vancouver or Burnaby, British Columbia? You ever eat at Space Chicken? I always see it when I'm driving around. Never been. Have you seen it though? It's on Kingsway. It's hard to miss. Always wanted to try it. Yeah, I mean, even like the sign, it doesn't say like fried chicken. It has like a picture of like Jupiter chicken, Saturn chicken. Guy who's so vegan, he won't eat Uranus chicken. It would have been so good too. That's why you gotta watch the whole stream so you can understand the jokes. What's that Michael Fassbender movie? That's Prometheus, but I kind of spoiled it for you. He gets his head ripped clean off. But he lives, because he's not a real guy. He's like an android or whatever. At some point, they gotta stop trusting androids in that. I guess if you don't know you're in an alien movie, you might just think you're a fella on a spaceship. But they really gotta stop trusting androids in that shit. Except the one. Now that I think about it. But then, to be fair, Bishop, they didn't trust him. But even though they didn't trust him, he was still like, guess what? I'm gonna save your life. What food trend comes after all the protein maxing? Honestly, I don't know. But the changes aren't permanent. But change is. That's all you gotta know. Something's gonna replace the protein maxing. I don't know what it's gonna be, though. It's always something you don't expect. I do feel... And this is, again, I'm just one guy who, like, lives in a bubble. I'll acknowledge that. I feel like we're due for a hedonism arc. Because everything in life is reflexive. Like, there's no such thing as, like, this is how things are. They're always bouncing back and forth between two extremes. And I feel like we're in a very ascetic world right now. where people are like, I'm depriving myself of all pleasure, I'm measuring my sleep, I'm logging my food, I'm logging all of my exercise, I never eat sugar, I never do this, I never do that. I feel like the reflexivity is it's gonna bounce back a little bit to like, you're going to die someday. Don't worry that much about like eating ice cream. I think we're going to move. That's my hunch, is that we're going to enter a more hedonistic arc. Because I personally, and this is not to rag on people that are literally probably like 12, but like I can't spend the rest of my adult life living in a world where people think it's like immoral for a movie to have a sex scene. We gotta get a little bit more, and I'm not even like a libertine guy. I just think the world is underbought on libertine right now and needs to come back a little bit. Right now it's like, what happened to my culture, man? Can't have sex scenes in movies. The only thing you can have is like protein, coffee, and sports gambling. Like we gotta save the culture just a little bit, man. Hold. That only exists online? Well, Justin, I think you're right. The problem is that like online is like more real than real life these days. Or something. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it before I said it. Hold. 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 It's really not? It is, actually. It is. I just said it is. I recommend Sinners to my friend, and he said it seemed risque just for the sake of it. See, you know what it is? It's, I guess, everything has its day and everything has its nadir, right? Because when I was a teenager, if a movie had a sex scene, we were like, that's awesome, I could jerk off to that. But if a movie had someone say like a 3-syllable word, you would just be like, I didn't really like it, it seemed pretentious. So I guess like I'm as guilty of it, but like in a different domain as anybody else. Hold. My friend's first jerk off was to 300 by accident. By accident. Can you speak on that a little bit?